Welcome to the Lakeshow podcast presented by Jack in the Box. It's a weekly deep dive into the biggest stories and topics surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. Allie Clifton, Chris McGee, Mike Bresnahan. We are doing the Lakeshow podcast, but we have got to be in front of our televisions fast. So we're going to dive straight in, waste no time. We're going to be sharp and crisp, like JJ Redick likes it, detailed.
Hey, Kavon
straight
Stitch.
to the point. Kavon Stitch. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on.
Let's dive into it.
Okay, well, that's your fault for saying that. So, Lakers, 4 games into the preseason. Let's do some takeaways. It's my favorite when we do it on the show, the Access show, saying the words top takeaways. Do you ever get tongue twisted by that, Geeter?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I do all the time. What are your
You go first.
top takeaways?
The three for all. I mean, they're just jacking threes. I mean, 3 games in a row, they shot 40 or more threes. I like it on paper, but you got to make them. So they haven't really been making them. They're down to 29%. So I kind of like the attempt to kind of catch up to other teams in the NBA. The good teams generally. 3 good shooters, good volume. So I like that, and I like AD. He just looks so good right now. He looks so comfy in this new offense. He's going to be the centerpiece, and I like the way it's looking. Like, I really feel like, you know, he's been really, really sharp, and I like that.
I'm not sure what to be more encouraged by last night, going against the Warriors, who we know just have basically invented the 3-ball and how it's shot, that they shot 45 threes. The Lakers shot 40, so just 5 less. Or that they only made 2 or 3 more than the Lakers.
Yeah.
They made 14 and the Lakers made 11 last night. I'm not sure what to be more encouraged by there when it comes to 3-ball. Nonetheless, they're shooting them.
I think if you listen to JJ in the postgame, you know, he talked about he's happy with the shots they're generating, right? And now obviously you got to knock them down at a good percentage. And we all know how the season goes. You're going to ebb and flow. And I remember a few years ago they started out so low and then picked that percentage up. So I'll be curious to see. But those are good takeaways, Brez. I think for me it's, you know, say it again, Bmore. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because a couple years ago they couldn't make a 3 for remember they were the lowest shooting team in the history of. So
Pat Bev and Russ.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was crazy. They will be better than that. Everybody, they will be better than that. But I think my top takeaways are that first of all, I think everyone in the NBA is ready for the season to start because it's so close. So you just want to get through these last few days healthy and get into the regular season. But I think my takeaways from training camp and the preseason, you know, the team is. Definitely, I know vibe has been a word that they've thrown around, but I think the team is ready. I think they've bought in. I think the system looks good, and I feel like they are. I don't know how am I trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Like they're buying in. They're ready for the season, and I like it. They're accountable. They look organized. All that stuff. So that's kind of been my number one thing that I've watched for is like how do they look, and they look together. And they look like they know what they're doing. Obviously, you would love to have a little more time, but you know they're not going to get that. So. I think number 2, I'm still kind of, I'm not going to say I'm on the fence because I'm excited about it, but that second unit to me is really what I know who it is right now because there's no Vando and Wood. So I know it's those 4 guys, and I'm just curious how they look when it starts.
Let's actually take that one step further. Yeah. So that 9-man rotation, that's basically kind of what we saw.
Yeah. But like I said, we know the starters.
Yeah. Right.
So to me, it's those second 4 and how they integrate with the starters, because obviously it's not just going to be them together all the time. They're going to be, you know, LeBron comes in and plays with them. AD, it'll be different kind of shifts, but those 4 guys.
Do we think Dalton has solidified that 9th spot, or Cam Reddish was still getting some run last night too? Someone that maybe they know a little bit more about.
Well, that's a great question. I think Dalton everyone's really excited about, and they do different things. So like I feel like Dalton Knecht can give you some offensive outbursts and offensive production that maybe Cam Reddish can't. So if they need that, but Cam Reddish has been in this league, and he might not be a great offensive player. He's had his moments, but Cam Reddish can lock you down. So if they need that, depends what they're going to need with that unit. You're going to need some scoring. So it'll be interesting to see.
Cam Reddish started 20-plus games last year, almost all in the first half of the season. But, you know, he's the vet. But I say, you know, let the kid play. Let's see what he can do. He made 5 threes last night.
I'd like it to be Dalton Knecht just personally because I'm excited. And
he's the
not
future.
that I don't want Cam to play. Cam's going to play. But you know what I'm saying, Bros.
Yeah. I mean, let's see what the future can do. Let's see what the kid can do. And
they'll get their chances. Guys will miss games.
Yeah.
Guys will. They're going to get chances.
And as soon as, you know, Jared Vanderbilt comes back, maybe Knecht gets kind of pushed to the end of the bench a little bit. But right now, you can't assume Vando will be ready for opening night, which is 6 days away. It's crazy. It's happening.
Yeah, and the latest there is that he continues his ramp up.
It's progression.
But
I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing him beginning of November at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to I'm resigned to the fact that I don't think we'll see him on the 22nd. If we do, let's go.
Yeah. Maybe he sneaks into that last play preseason game on Friday, but I don't. Who knows? Doesn't seem like it right now.
So we're less than a week away. Opening night is on Tuesday, obviously taking on the Timberwolves. First 3 are at home. You've got 2 preseason games left, as we know, and we've been talking about this. It's a back-to-back situation. Anthony Davis, LeBron James have played 3 and 4, which I think is a big takeaway.
Yeah.
Obviously, a good sign there. How much do you think we see them over the next 2, if at all? Obviously, both on the road, Phoenix and Golden State.
It's really interesting what teams are doing. Like they're kind of firing their opening night lineups, starters, in their second to last exhibition game. So the Lakers are, first of all, they play more games than a lot of teams. Most teams play 4. Lakers have 6. So these are kind of like bonus games for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron and AD sit out both of them. I just wouldn't be, Playing one of them makes sense, but I wouldn't be shocked if JJ's like, you know what? We saw what we needed to see from the starters. You guys just, chill till next Tuesday.
I'm curious who plays Thursday because I know everyone's going to be listening to this. We'll already know, but Friday, I don't think anyone's playing. I feel like that's too close to.
Yeah, that's probably the bench guys.
Yeah, that's what
a lot of Dalton Knecht.
That's what I think. So
Quincy Olivari,
I
come
think
on down.
Maybe Brez might be right. Maybe they don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little bit of a tune-up and they went out there for 20 minutes. And
does it have any effect, the fact that, one, you just saw the Warriors, but you're also going to see game 2 of the regular season, the Suns again? So maybe getting a look at them again with your starting?
Yeah, a little bit for sure.
I like that.
No one's showing all their stuff and no one's scheming. And it's like JJ said early on, you're not scheming in the preseason. You're just working on your own. Everyone knows when it comes down to the season, everyone's going to have, be buttoned up a little bit different.
The Suns are playing some people.
Well, there's also, guys, an intensity that goes with it. Like, game intensity is different.
Yeah.
It's going to be different that first week of the season than it is this week. It doesn't matter what kind of dry run you do.
Have you guys thought about your prediction record for the first 10 games? Obviously, we know the first 5 games. We've got T-Wolves, Suns, Kings, all at home. And then you head back out on the road. You see the Suns again.
Yeah.
Cavs. Part of the 5 on the road.
It's a really hard start. 6 and 4?
6 and 4 is what I think.
I think they would take that.
If you had to bet money and you were actually going to lose your hard-earned money, I think 6 and 4 you would probably play it safe because of the tough schedule. I would love 7 and 3.
Yeah.
That's what I'm shooting for.
That'd be a really good start.
That'd be an awesome start.
Yeah.
By the way, 6 and 4 would be, in my opinion, a good enough start.
Yeah, people are happy with
a lot
that,
of people
right?
would be. You always look at the league. People are 6 and right. It'll be a big jumble up around there. But you just don't want to be 4 and 6. You don't want to flip that. So I think it's going to be a positive start. I think they're going to win some games. 7 and 3 would be ideal. But if I had to bet,
it's been an unusual preseason. This 3 games and 4 nights to finish it. I've never seen anything like that. And this is unusual too.
Yeah,
they throw them out on this 5-game road trip right away.
Yeah, that to me is tough.
That's unusual as per the Laker typical schedule. I mean,
if you go 3 and 2 on that, Listen, Grizz are going to be tough. Cavs, Suns, you got to hope you take care of the games you're supposed to. Raptors, Pistons, and you sneak one off on the other ones, and you go 3 and 2 on that trip. That's awesome. Yeah. You go 3 and 2 on that trip,
and maybe you catch the Sixers.
7 and 3 is possible.
Yeah.
6 and 4 is right there.
And maybe catch the Sixers, which is the 9th game on that schedule. Maybe that's a off night for Embiid. He's going to sit back-to-backs. Don't even know if they're playing a back-to-back. Yeah. Maybe Paul George. He hyperextended his knee the other day. When's he back for that team? So that team might need a little time to gel. So that could be a good time to catch Philly.
Would you sign up right now for 2 and 1 in the first 3, and then you go on that road trip 3 and 2, and now you're looking at, you got 5 wins, and you got the 2 at home with the Sixers, and I forget who the last one is, and now you're like, hey, 7 and 3 is absolutely possible. So
absolutely take
I'd sign up for that.
Yep.
Anything you guys need to see still in the preseason over these final 2?
Honestly, it just isn't to be smart. There's not one thing. Sure, they're playing and we're covering it, so I'd love for them to play a little bit because it makes it a lot more exciting for us. But no, you don't need to see any. You just want them to be able to play on the 22nd, healthy and ready to go.
Yeah. Just make some threes. They're shooting them. Now you just got to make them. And who's it going to be that's going to step up with a little more volume as opposed to last year, but a little more accuracy too? Is it going to be Gabe Vincent, who we barely saw? Is it going to be, let's see, who else could there be? Christian Wood, when he gets back, he was kind of a non-factor shooting the 3 last year. I thought he'd be a little bit better. And of course, Max Christie, I'm talking him up a lot. How's he going to look shooting and playing a lot more than he did last year?
I've seen enough from the main people, and the fact that LeBron even plays year 22 says a lot about the man.
Right.
And
In the
he's
preseason at all.
looked great. He doesn't need to do anything else.
Has he played 3 games already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and AD both.
Yeah. I wonder if they're done.
Yeah. So
And last night, they actually pushed him
a
through
little
the
bit.
third.
Which I thought they
Yeah.
would do that Thursday. So maybe Tuesday was the push and maybe Thursday's gas off a little bit. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have no clue.
Good to see. Of
Every
course,
time I guess these kind of things, we're wrong. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Austin back in action yesterday. Looked good, despite only playing in the first half on that minutes restriction. So
Yeah, he's fine.
opening night, less than a week away, Tuesday, taking on the Timberwolves. But of course, we have the last 2 preseason games on our air. And as we mentioned last night, lucky us, Robert Ory is back with
For
us.
both. He's doing
Big
it back
shot.
to back.
Big Shot is back.
No
We're going to
more
remind
load
him,
management for
counters
Rob.
count, drinkers drink. Just drink, Rob. Don't count them.
Yeah.
With that said, Lakeshow fans, remember, you can be a part of the show each week. Feel free to send us your questions and comments. We'd love to hear from you. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's around a bucket of brick. We told you we were getting right to the point. All right, welcome back to Lakeshow Podcast, presented by Jack in the Box. If you're enjoying the show, you can check out more original podcasts from our Spectrum News journalists on the Spectrum News app. Just head to the podcast section to listen to the latest episodes. You can download the Spectrum News app on the App Store or Google Play. Time for a round of Bucket or Brick presented by Jack in the Box. I'm not saying that until you guys tell me I'm allowed. We begin with this. Bucket or Brick, center Nick Richards of the Hornets as a potential trade target for the Lakers. The Lakers' interest in Richards was first reported by Brett Siegel of Clutch Points.
Yeah, I'll bucket this. I kind of like Naughty Nick's game. He's a backup in Charlotte. He's a double-double guy. He's not going to wow you with a couple threes a game and a couple block shots a game. So, but he gives you something. He's backing up Mark Williams in Charlotte. And, second round pick, I'd give up a second round pick for him.
Second round pick?
Second round pick, and you have to put salary out to make sure you don't go past the second apron as
I'll
well.
bucket that. I don't want to get weird or anything. I'll get a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give a pick. All right, let's get into the freaking rankings. ESPN came out with their rankings, top 100 players. They have ranked everyone from 100 to 11 as of today. Their other rankings, top 10, obviously, come out tomorrow, Thursday. ESPN ranks Austin Reeves number 72 in their top 100 list. Bucket or Brick on AR's ranking. 72.
Go ahead, Bryce.
Wow, let me think about this. That's a tough
It's hard when I don't see the list in front of me to know, which bums are in front of him that he should be ahead of. But I'm going to bucket. I'm happy he's recognized as top 75 player in the league. Klay Thompson's not in the
He's
top
72. Draymond Green is 66.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's if you're a top 3 player on a team, you're basically in that top
Right.
90.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's a great spot for him.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo's,
DiVincenzo, 75.
Austin Reeves getting some respect. I think that's good.
That's he should be pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to bucket it.
Oh, wait. Clay is on that list?
Oh, Klay is number
Okay.
71. Allie,
Okay.
I
had I
respectfully
panicked earlier because I didn't think he was on
I
it.
thought he was out of the top 100.
Yeah.
We were going to panic.
Sorry.
Okay.
I panicked
My bad.
earlier because I didn't. That's what
Yeah,
happens when
72.
it's not just.
That's good. Yeah, Bradley Beal at 70.
I missed about 71 to about 60.
Some people are starting to age out, like Beal and Draymond.
Beal, how about that?
And he's starting
all
to
of a
catch
sudden
up
Austin
to the
Reeves
old
has more
timers.
value than
Yeah.
Beal. Beal, did you ever think you'd see that?
Yeah, Brandon Miller, 68, top overall pick a couple years ago.
You know
shoots
who's
a lot
not
of
on the
threes.
list?
D'Lo.
D'Lo.
Wow.
Bucket or Brick
Yeah.
on D'Lo
Top
not
100?
making ESPN's list of top 100 players in the NBA.
Brick. They messed up, man. Come on. Give D'Lo at 220. How many threes did he have last year?
Yeah, 226. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm going to brick this. I feel like he had a really good year last year, despite the 3 weeks where he was, demoted to second unit. And I don't know. That seems low to me. I mean,
Yeah.
wow. Like, what number is he? They don't list others, do they? Just 1 to 100.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he should be in the right about Austin Reeves, maybe a little bit lower because he's a little bit older. We kind of know who he is at this point, but yeah,
Trina's 91.
it's just
Sticking with the ESPN rankings.
Yeah, D'Lo's
I
top
don't like
100.
that.
That's ridiculous.
I'm actually going to add one in here. Bucket or Brick. There are 12 other players better than Anthony Davis in the league.
Brick, I think that's stupid. Stupid. He should be
I
10.
just want to make sure I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, that's right.
This is what these dumbasses at ESPN like us doing. They like to do this so then we all fight about it.
Dumasses.
Is there an anti-Laker bias at
Come on,
ESPN.
Stitch.
1,000%. Everyone knows that.
What'd you say?
Is there bias? Come on. There always has been. Kobe was once ranked so low. It was ridiculous.
The rankings are all about the year that they're going to have in 24-25.
Yeah. I think D'Lo's going to have a nice year. He's in a contract year. I would have thought him through a lot more. Should he be in the 60s, 70s? Debatable. Should be in the 80s or 90s.
All right, last one. Sticking with the ESPN rankings. Bucket or brick? Because this is going to happen. LeBron, Steph, and Kevin Durant are all still top 10 players in the league.
Brez, you know what I'm doing. I'm bucketing that. Absolutely. They're still the faces of the league. I get the young stars, Shea and them, Luka, their Tatum. It's definitely their time. But those old heads still belong, man. And they proved it time and time again.
Yep.
And until you knock them off the mountain.
In honor of the old timers, I'm going to go very slowly and just barely get it in because they deserve one more year. We saw what they did in the Olympics.
Yeah, I'm not going slowly. I think 100% Steph, LeBron, and KD are top 10 players.
They got some. Yeah, they got some young guys on their heels.
Yeah,
but they're getting a little older.
Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Shea, Embiid, and then you put those three in there, right? I mean, you're not finding anyone back behind that's better than those guys, right?
Shohei Ohtani is so good at baseball.
I know. You like the way he runs.
I like the way he runs.
Allie's
fast.
totally drifting off to the pregame show, the Dodger pregame show.
Yeah, I agree. Those three are top 10. I'm excited to see the order in which they fall. That will, of course. Yeah.
They deserve one more year. They really do. They got some young guns charging hard.
For sure.
To unseat them.
But are there any young guns in that 11 through 20, Brez, that you say, God, those guys need to be in there instead of LeBron, KD, and Steph? Name me one. I can't. I'm just being honest. So until I get someone in the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 range that is not as good as those three?
I would say maybe Embiid, and he's in the top 10, right?
He's in the top 10 already.
I would say maybe he's close to getting relegated.
That's what I thought, Brett.
Yeah, he's close to getting out. He just said, I'm no longer playing back-to-backs.
I would love for AD to be in 10 and him to be 11.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Well, he would be at 13 because no one's taking
Wemby's going to be in that top 10 next year. He's coming.
Yeah, he's knocking. He is knocking.
He's coming. So that takes a spot.
Yep.
This is the year, Brez. This is the year Steph, KD, and LeBron deserve to be there.
It's pretty cool, though. They're still there.
It's insane, actually.
Yeah.
You guys, we good.
All right.
Wow, that was efficient.
Great job.
That was efficient.
You guys
All
are
right,
efficient.
thanks to y'all for listening. It's going to get better when the season starts next week. So the Lake Show podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you like what you hear, leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast app. We want to hear from you. Send us your questions. Hit us up on X at Relay Clifton, Iketer3, and at Mike_Bresnahan. Until next week.